Loki is so cold in here.
It is. Okay. So,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm your host, Harrison Hyatt. Shoutcasting the match for tonight for Trine University versus Davenport University. Right now, we are getting the link for the draft pick, and we will be underway soon. Okay, so for right now, we're just gonna share a display since I can't figure out how to just share this one window. But I know that for tonight, Trine University has Magic Griffin at support. Um, Polyps at ADC. I think it's Hairless Crab at mid. Project Chrono at jungle. And top is a switch up tonight, I think, actually. But to all that's stopped in, thanks for joining us so early. We're going to be getting the draft process here started here fairly soon. Oh, yep. Tonight we're going with Kettle Whip for top. I think that's actually a normal top laner. I know we've had some technical difficulties in the past as well, so if at any point you guys can't see the screen, can't hear me, I'm too loud, I'm too quiet, just let me know. Say something in chat and I'll start getting things fixed up. But as of right now, I'm pretty sure everything's working. Oh, okay. They were just waiting on their jungler. And I think they're ready to get this underway, finally. I guess we are 3 minutes early. But the early laner gets the CS, so. It's supposed to be like, early bird gets the worm, but if you didn't get it, you're not going to laugh. And looks like everyone's ready. And so for the first bans of the day, Davenport's going to go ahead and take Wukong out of the pick. Take that away from Marshall, away from Project Chrono. Very lethal pick for him. And the red side, see what they're trying to take away here for their first pick, or for their first ban. Going to go ahead and take away Vi. And Davenport's quick to respond with a Maokai ban. Yeah, Davenport really quick to respond. They definitely are ready with who they have listed for bans. Trine wants to get Thresh out, and they take Zac out of the way. And with Trine responding with a Caitlyn ban. Davenport's going to go ahead and get their first pick out of the way. We'll see who they decide to pick up. Yeah, you can assume that they're going to take a solo lane, and they pick Kled here, taking it away from our Trine University top laner. So definitely going to be an interesting matchup there in the top lane. So Trine's going to go ahead and respond with their top laner. Go ahead and lock in the Jax. And Jax Kled will definitely stand for an interesting top matchup. Not one-sided per se, but more leaning towards a skill matchup there. Trine's going to go ahead and take that Ashe. Go for a poke comp. So it looks like Davenport's going to go ahead and opt and take their bot lane. I assume Trine will respond with their support as well. Or stick Ashe in the support spot and pick up the ADC, but alright, well, Gonna choose that Alistar into the Severe Nautilus bot lane and go right into the second ban phase, where Trine's gonna ban the Kane, where Davenport responds with an Annie ban. And we'll get these last two bans out of the way and proceed to the last picking phase. So there's a second jungler Trine has, well, third jungler Trine has wanted to get out of there. So definitely a jungler focus. They're going to go ahead and take a second mid laner out of there. So with the Syndra and the Annie gone, you wonder what, if Trine's just going to go ahead and pick up their jungler. But at the same time, they also have three junglers out of the way. So I do actually like the Victor pick coming out here mid. Definitely going to be a pretty heavy poke comp later in the game, and then look for a heavy engage by the Alistar or Jax to get a pick or finish someone off. Davenport's going to lock in the Orianna for their mid laner, and now the only positions left to pick is junglers for each side. Looks like Davenport's going to pick up the Sejuani, and Trine's going to finish it off with a Jarvan pick. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our Week 2 draft between Trine and Davenport, Game 1. And here soon we'll have the game underway for you guys.
Who questions my ability?
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Well, now I'm just mad.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
I want a turn.
Afraid of the dark.
People fear what they cannot understand.
And it looks like they have their draft all done and taken care of, so
Focus. Just you and the target.
then we will have our 3-minute stream delay, but we will have our thrilling Trine University League of Legends action brought here to you by yours truly.
Focus. Just you and the target.
Then we will have our 3-minute stream delay, but alrighty guys, it looks like we are underway for game 1 of 3, potentially 2, for Trine versus Davenport. We have Trine on the top right side, red team, and Davenport on the bottom left side, blue team. Looks like we have someone who must know the other team. It's pretty cool. Small world. It looks like Trine's going to go ahead and stack just in case Davenport tries to invade here, but they're just going to do 5 points, so no need to worry here. It doesn't look like China's going to be starting either side. Sejuani just finished her first camp and Jarvan just arrived to his, so with no leash, I'm not sure. Not sure exactly what's going on there. Get a low poke off there mid. Looks like Davenport will look topside for this Jax, but he had it warded, so he has no problem staying safe there. A little bit of trading going on here mid lane. Looks like Victor will take the victory on that trade, but not the greatest for trying there. It looks like Jax is having no problem with Kled, but they're going to bring Sejuani, see if they can get a successful gank off here, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and just ignite him and take first blood. Tried to stall for Project Corona to get there, but they're just going to make it happen with that late start from him. But there, it looks like Alistar's going to go ahead and make an engage on the Sever here, and they're going to go ahead and take her down with the extra level and get a lot of damage off on this Nautilus here. So and Jax takes a tower shot there. Not the greatest thing for Jax since he did just TP back top, and you can see on the mini map that Sejuani might be looking for another gank, so he's gonna have to back off and reset so he doesn't get re-ganked. Because that would be the end of his lane almost. That'd be a tough time to come back from. Looks like mid here just continue to shove waves back and forth in CS. Get poked off when they can and see who's the strongest, who can last the longest. Victor's going to try to get a reset off here. Orianna doesn't seem to be wanting to stop it at all. Jax is going to opt for the double D blade just to see if he can get enough sustain to get him through this laning phase against Kled. The extra AD and the extra sustain certainly will help him. Project Chrono is going to look to take a few camps on this Sejuani's top side, but isn't going to see anything. Kled does have a huge wave here top, and he looks like he's trying to shove it, but Jax is going to look for a engage here on the Kled. They're going to hope that they can get... Oh, okay, they just get his flash out. Kled was smart there, able to get away before they dismount him from Skarl. They were able to dismount him from Skarl there and then knock him up with the Jarvan QE combo. That would have been pretty much donezo. Over with for the Kled. It looks like the Orianna is going to have just a small CS lead here after 6 minutes. But the bot lane, except for that, with a 15 CS lead difference, and they went ahead and picked up a kill on the Sever as well. So and Jax is certainly handling his laner. The Victor's gonna look for an engage here, but he's gonna be caught by the Orianna R, and he's got to flash out the Sejuani, and hopefully he can escape here. It looks like he's going to be able to, but he did have to flash. The Alistar is going to try to counter gank, but he did have to flash, and he does catch a Sejuani and W's her backwards into his team. So that was a good play by Magic Griffin, the Trine support. Does look like the Kled's going to engage here on the Jax. He's going to R, and Kled's going to ignite. Jax does have to flash to safety. The Alistar is going to make an engage here on the Sever. He does get the Sever flash, so Nautilus tries to engage on the Alistar, but it doesn't look like they're going to get anything out of this but a few summoner spells and damage. We do see Jarvan at the Dragon Pit trying to clear that scuttle and gain some vision and some pressure here on the map. The Sejuani looking to do the same. Places a control warder on that drag. Jax is going to stay, and he gets his plating pop there with the Kled Q. And Kled's just looking to dive him here, and he knows he has remount too, so this is a really tricky situation for Jax to be in. And Jax being a Kled main, he knows exactly what kind of danger he's in, so for him to stay, that's just... He's going to... Yeah. I'm not sure how worth this is for him to stay. He has the E, but the R alone kills him, so I'm not sure what staying for there was. He's going to lose a huge wave in the top, and Kled just going to pick up another kill. There is a bounty going on to that Kled there now. But Ashe did pick up another kill. So her getting that Sejuani in the mid lane is definitely big for the Trine program. And they're going to look for a gank through lane here. with Sweeper, and they are the Nautilus, and they're going to chain CC him, and he's not going to get the move. That was a good pickup from Trine University. Chaining their CC very well there. He was not able to react at all. They're going to push this wave and going to move up towards Dragon in hopes that they can pick that up. Nautilus is on his way back to lane, but Davenport's not sure that they can contest this Dragon, not at this time. Victor's just going to keep shoving that wave, and it looks like Jack's going to try to make some trades here, but he's going to have to R just because his trade was just a little bit. Let's see if Jackson can kill the Kled before getting taken out, and the Sejuani R does come out just in case the Kled can't take him down, but Kled's just going to go ahead and pick him up cleanly. So far it looks like Davenport's going to be leaning more towards their top side and playing top side, and with that Sejuani R coming out and making sure that the Kled successfully kills the Jax, and Trine University is going to be trying to play for bot. Looks like Nautilus was trying to secure a kill mid here, and Orianna could not successfully bait the Victor in, but Victor will reset while Project Chrono clears Trine's top side. Now he's going to look for a gank. Looks like the Alistar is going to pick up the Orianna flash. That was a good flash by Orianna. We'll clear some vision here. So far, we don't really see much of a gold difference between Davenport and Trine, with only 0.4, 0.5k at a time gold difference, and that lead does go to Davenport. I'm assuming they're going to be carried in the top lane with his first item almost finished, so we can see who's dominating in this game so far and who's not. And for anybody new to the stream joining, this is game 1 of game 3. So if you're just joining here rather soon, and stick around because we got 2 more games after this. Does look like Jarvan's going to be heading bot side looking for a gank here. He's going to EQ into the bush, and Alistar's going to go from the cave, and doesn't look like they're really focusing one person, but they might be able to pick up this verse still, even though that they don't focus one, and Jarvan's going to have to flash out of the turret range there, and even though the Nautilus tried to stop it, it doesn't look like they were able to stop too much. So Sejuani is going to look in the try bush, see if she can maybe make up a kill for Davenport's side, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do that. So we can see that the half K gold lead, you know, has shifted from Trine, well, from Davenport to Trine just like that. Just from 1 kill, so Trine's going to be looking to make more plays like that every chance that they get. Jack's just going to get out-traded there, and it's, I mean, the Kled's able to just combo him and take him out again. There's not much Jackson can do there. And he did pick up his flash as well, so Doom and Chaos is lurking on the top half of this Trine map. Unless Jarvan can do anything to turn this around for the Jax. I'll start playing very aggressively here, knowing who's the boss. Let's try and bot lane. Trine University is going to engage on the bot lane here, but the Sejuani is going to try to gank from behind turret. They are going to pick up the Alistar kill, but Ashe is going to go ahead and auto the Sever and kill her. And she's able to pick up Nautilus as well. Sejuani is going to opt for the blue buff instead of trying to help the Nautilus, but I don't think she would have made it in time anyway, so smart decision from her. And Jarvan's heading down bot side, so he's going to find that missing blue here just very shortly. Maybe you are just expecting that it's gone. Hoping Sejuani did go ahead and head bot to pick up this kill on Ashe, but we'll see if Ashe can kite her out here. Sejuani's going to flash on her, but the Ashe still might be able to escape, but the Sejuani's going to have to pick that up. That isn't terrible for the Trine side since Sejuani has such a huge engage factor that they won't have to worry about as much now with her flash being gone. Cled's going to go ahead and R down at the mid lane, try to get an engage off on this Trine team. The Nautilus hook lands on the Victor there. That is insane. What a hitbox from the Nautilus. The Nautilus does go down, but Davenport picks up 2. And we can see now that that half K gold lead has shifted back over to Davenport and has doubled. Doubled to 1K, so not a huge lead in gold, but we might see that start to show here with the Kled ganking mid lane and joining up with his team on that team fight. Davenport does pick up the second dragon. The first one being a mountain going to Trine, and the second one wind. Kled is just hitting this turret, just does not care about the Jax, but he might have screwed up here, and unless he can remount, and then he's going to go ahead and take this Jax out again. That's the worries of Kled. That's the struggles of Kled. Can really bait you out of your outside of your turret range with that dismount, and you think you're going to catch him, only for him to remount and kill you. Bot lane's going to go ahead and push in here on the Trine side. And they're going to clear some vision. And the J4 might be looking for an invade here on the Sejuani, but the Orianna is ready for it, so he's going to be careful. And we can see that just, you know, within minutes, this gold lead just keeps increasing with the Kleds just really trying to snowball. He has 6 kills. His first item is a straighted Dirk. He does a lot of damage right now. He is not afraid to use it. And he just goes out and picks up that Eclipse. So he is a very tanky assassin. It looks like Davenport's going to try to pick up this Herald. They already have the first turret, and they're looking to get a second with it. So unless Trine can contest, then it looks like the Alistar is going to walk into the river and Ashe is going to get engaged on, so he has to turn around and look. The Trine jungler flashes over and steals the Herald. And off that engage, the Nautilus loses his life. Not what they were expecting. The Jax does try to escape. He's going to get hit by the Q, trying to trade with the Sejuani. We'll see if the Kled has R here. It doesn't look like he does, but he's going to flash. It doesn't matter. The Kled's going to follow him over the wall with his E. He does hit the plant blast cones to escape. Bot's going to respond and taking that turret, so as of right now it's 1-for-1, but that Trine University outer rank turret looks like it's about to fall, so but Trine did manage to take the 2.5 gold lead that Davenport had and bring that back down to 1, so they're slowly making up ground. We'll see if they can continue to do that. The J4 is not giving that red buff to the Ashe. Instead, he's going to take it over the wall and hit Kled and cancel his recall. Jax did not look like he wanted to engage there. And if I was him, I wouldn't either. He's taking quite a beating today. Yeah, and Davenport's just going to respond with taking that turret. They weren't able to stop her. And while Victor has mostly been able to stay out of the claws of death, he does have one death, but he's ahead in CS, so quite good for him. And he does have 2 assists, so he is getting that damage output there. But perhaps the Orianna R is just more impactful during the team fights. Clay's gonna pick up chickens there, and Jarvan does get. Excuse me, Jarvan does get the severe flash out there with his R. And Davenport's gonna reestablish their vision on the bot side in preparation for this dragon. But the Alistar and the Jarvan, they're so pushed up, they're looking for a fight. Davenport needs their Kled to be here for this dragon fight, but it looks like he wants to go back top and stop this Jax from gaining back a little bit of that CS lead and damage on the turret. Davenport is able to push back Trine and clear some of their vision, but they're looking to wait. Okay, there's a double knockup from the Alistar into the Ashar. This Nautilus is not getting to move. The Orianna is almost taken out. Trine finishes off the Orianna. The Victor almost gets caught out, but the Ashe just keeps laying out damage. The Kled does enter the fight. It looks like Davenport's going to clean up. Not able to catch the Victor. But the Davenport jungler and bot lane are both looking very low, and Jax is here, so Trine might look to clean up. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anything here. In fact, this Kled knows how strong he is. He might be looking to do something here with Severe. Neither team is going to claim this dragon here, but Davenport is going to keep the gold lead on their side with about a 1k gold lead. Jax still does have this Herald, and he's going to have to set it down somewhere. Alistar comes out of the bush and engages on the Sejuani. She's able to flash out. They're not able to finish her off, but the Kled is going to engage on the Jax here. He has the R. Kled misses his Q. And they're going to shove the Kled off, but Davenport looking to just go ahead and take this Herald out before it can get its charge off, and they do. That is unfortunate for Trine. This Kled has a 1k gold bounty, so Trine's going to be looking to claim that here fairly soon. And they're going to try to catch the Jax up, but they're not able to. And so Trine's going to look to disengage here. So Davenport's going to take advantage of Trine being weak and not having the reset done and take this dragon. We're going to see if Trine can potentially steal it or make an engage off. It looks like the dragon will go over to Davenport, but Trine gets the grab, so that's huge. I'm going to go 1 for 1, the ADCs and the... Okay, that's big for the Jax. Jax just picked up the 1k gold bounty on that Kled there. Get a little bit of the gold shifted back towards him, and Trine's going to take the gold lead here, actually, after that fight, despite the dragon going to Davenport. They might even be able to pick up this dragon, well, this turret mid, but Sejuani is going to come off for jungle camps to help the Nautilus stop that. They are going to look to collapse on this Jarvan and Jax here. They better be careful or they're going to get caught out. It looks like the Jax is going to get R'd by the Orianna, and he just autos the Sejuani until he gets shut down. It is wild that after just getting a 1,000 gold shutdown onto the Jax, he already has a shutdown of his own, which Davenport did just claim. Alistar was going to try to engage on the Silver, but his team was lacking behind him just a little bit too far for them to follow up. And Trine goes ahead and holds this not quite 1,000 gold lead, but that's been the theme so far. Trine looks to make a engage on the Nautilus, but they're able to just walk away from that. And despite this Victor having a lot of kills, I think that he's quite stronger than what Davenport might make him out to be. Between the Ashe and him, the damage output is pretty good. They have pretty high DPS coming out of them too. And between the Alistar and the Jarvan, they have quite a good amount of CC and pick potential. So between that, Trine's gonna be looking to poke their bot lane down and perhaps their Kled and then take a pick from somewhere. But we'll see if they can do that successfully. This game most certainly looks like it's going to go into the late game with Victor Oriana and Silver Ashe matchups. And we'll see if Kled starts to fall off here in the later game as well. They're going to look for an engage on the Sejuani, but that Sejuani is very tanky. We'll see if they can stack their CC well enough to take her out, and they're not going to be able to take her out. And the Davenport's going to respond and go ahead and pick up the Jax and the Alistar while Victor TP's in to make sure that Trine doesn't get wiped. Not the greatest engage by Trine here, trying to pick up that Sejuani, but looks like Davenport's going to try to engage here on the Trine's topside jungle, and they're going to go ahead and pick up the kill on Polyps and J4. This looks like it's going to spell disaster for the Trine squad if they're going to pick up the Alistar. Victor does respond with the kill on Oriana there, and just like I was saying, he has so much damage output. He's able to 1v1 his laner even though she has more kills than him. Davenport's going to pick up the Baron, having 3 people on Trine University's team down. Nautilus is going to try and flash over the wall and take out the Victor, but Victor's going to be able to escape here with his movement speed. And Jax is successfully getting the split off. He does claim that second level turret bounty. The Kled does not want him to escape alive with it. But he does not care. He's going to go ahead and take his gold and get out of there. Even with that Baron going to Davenport, it looks like they're still only ahead by less than 1,000. That seemed to be the trend all game. There's a fairly even matchup, and the fight's making this game. They're trying, jungler and support tries to get an engage off on the Davenport side, but they're going to respond. The Sejuani does get caught out, so they're going to go ahead and take her down, but we'll see if the Victor can handle the rest while his team crowds around him. Victor R is out. We'll see if he can go ahead and finish some of these people off. The Trine jungler is going to try to take out the minion wave, but the Kled just runs through that tower. But they're going to collapse on him and try to take him out with 3. The Kled's going to R out, and he also flashed. But he does successfully get out. It just looks like Davenport has a much cleaner rotation between their split and their team fighting skills, because they're keeping up with the turrets on the side lane compared to Trine and their split. But at the same time, they're still able to crowd around each other, and when Trine tries to engage or make an engage, they just do not stand for it. Yeah, and even though Davenport doesn't have the gold lead, the Nautilus getting his flash taken away there by the Alistar, finding a good rotation on him. But even though the Davenport gold lead doesn't show to be too big, and even only having, you know, one more dragon than them, they seem to be so much stronger than Trine. And Sejuani flashes in front of this Ashtar to block. That was a crazy flash coming out by the Sejuani, but it doesn't matter. They're going to finish her off and take the server out as well, and the Jax is going to go ahead and take out that Nautilus, see if he can keep going with the Jarvan here to finish off the Orianna, but she's going to go ahead and speed boost out. The Jarvan does come out with his R, and they're going to go ahead and pick up the triple kill out here on Jax. Jax does come back with his 3rd item here. 200 CS, picks up 3 kills there, several of them being shutdowns. And once again, the gold lead has shifted right back to Trine, and they're going to pick up this top lane 2nd turret. And honestly, you can see this game going either way at this point. With how the team fights have been going for both Trine and Davenport. 18 to 19 kills, 60 to 61k gold, 3 dragons to 2, and I mean, Trine's even starting to lessen the difference on their turrets and picked up another turret there. Trine being very careful here. Making sure not to push too forward, and they're gonna go ahead and try to catch this Kled out. They get the dismount off. They're gonna go ahead and ignite it, but they can't catch him out and finish him off completely. He's gonna try to remount, but he can't. The Jarvanart comes out, and it looks like it's gonna go towards Trine. They pick up their fourth. I'm gonna try to pick up this Orianna. Jack's hot on her tail. He can't get the stun off from his E, but he's gonna continue to pursue her while Trine picks up the mid wave. He's not able to get her before she enters the Hex Gate. He's going to follow her through the Hex Gate and see if he can pick her up. And she gets the Blast Cone over, so we can see if this Alistar dies to the minion mid wave. Not quite. And while they don't get the Orianna, they're going to take the red buff. Huge. So Trine's going to go ahead and make this 1k gold lead a almost 4k gold lead, and we'll see if they can take that and start making up even more towers with it. We have another dragon coming up. They might be able to even out the dragon difference here. Maybe Project Chrono will hit a smite. I do have a feeling that this dragon here will either solidify the outcome of the game or end the game. Victor's going to be there on the mid wave, but they're going to see if they can get the Severcott out. But the Kled is looking for a hot remount. He gets the remount. The Jax gets shut down. The Orianna catches him out, and the Victor not being there for that team fight was huge. Davenport's not even going to look for the dragon now. They're just going to push the min wave and see if they can get an end off. The only player they were able to take down, weren't able to take down, was the Victor. And that was because he went to push out the mid wave. They're going to go to pick up that first inhib, and Kled's just going to R to get the even faster end off. The Orianna's going to, the Victor's going to teleport to the turret, but it doesn't look like Trine's going to be able to do much. And like I said, that dragon was either going to predict the outcome, solidify the outcome of that game, or end the game. And Trine's end gauge just wasn't good enough, and they got caught out. First game going to Davenport. So game one goes to Davenport. Here soon we'll have a draft screen for our second game. We'll see if Trine can come back and win the second one, opting us into a third game. Be right back. here's your guys' draft screen for Game 2. Trine University versus Davenport. Alright, well, there's your draft screen. Looks like Trine went for the Thresh, Varus, Zac, Caitlyn, and Vi ban, while Davenport banned Xayah, Jhin, Silas,
Who questions my ability?
Maokai, and Wukong. Davenport's going to pick up the Kled again and replace the Orianna with
I'll
with
beat it out of
Syndra.
you.
They kept the bot lane, and they're going to go ahead and swap out the Sejuani for Nocturne, while Udyr takes advantage of Davenport not banning Annie, and they're going to pick her up. Switch the bot lane up for Zeri Renata, and pick the Sejuani up from the Davenport squad, and then go ahead and sub Jax out and swap Udyr in there.
You're welcome for that tarot, by the way.
You can't cage me for long.
I'm honest to God surprised they got that low.
Well, no one's mad.
Or I went all the way down, or Gillis.
So as soon as they get through their tournament draft, we'll get you guys in the game so you can join us for another game of League of Legends action. And once again, for anybody new joining within the last 5-10 minutes, maybe even 15, this is game 2 of 3. Davenport versus Trine University. I am Trine University's shoutcaster, Harrison Hyatt. Davenport went ahead and took the win for the first game. So Trine's going to be looking to redeem themselves here and carry themselves into the third game and hopefully pick up today's win.
I am forsaken. My genius will be understood eventually.
Fine, I'll just be over here, sharpening my feathers.
And right after the 3-minute spectator delay, we will get this game underway. Game 2. Davenport versus Trine.
I'm gonna be honest, I had the exact
is a more effective threat than any other.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
We have on the Davenport side almost a whole same squad. Only wanting to change out their mid laner and their jungler. It looks like Trine had picked up their jungler, so. Zeri able to avoid the Nautilus Q there. They're able to get some good poke off. Yeah, this Udyr seeming to be able to handle the Kled a lot easier, but still susceptible to ganks, and that's what's going to happen here. Kled's going to flash out. Oh, I'm sorry, not Udyr being ganked. Sejuani is on Shine's team this time, this game. A little confusion there. And it looks like Sejuani is just going to try and come mid right away, right after the failed top gank. See if he can get some sums out from the Syndra. Actually, go ahead and just pick up the kill. The Sejuani will take the kill. But they did get anti-flash, anti-ignite, and Sejuani flash, so that's definitely taking away the playmaking ability, a lot of the playmaking ability from Shine's jungler. Gonna totally ignore the Nautilus, and Nautilus is gonna hook and it's gonna land on the Zeri, which is actually gonna end up killing him. Udyr does pick up the kill on Kled, but Nocturne is there to go ahead and clean up that Udyr. So we already see a 1k gold lead going over to the Shrine side. Much earlier in the game than last. And he's going to try to engage and one-shot this Syndra, and she does ignite her, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to finish her off. Oh! Jungler's mouse has died. Gonna get both the flashes. Unsure of what this is. Huh. It's rather odd. Nocturne's gonna go ahead and look to maybe take an R here middle, but he's gonna choose to just clear some warding instead. And this Kled certainly has more damage output in the beginning of their trades, but as the trades continue to progress, the Udyr is able to come out with more damage. But the Kled does have Ignite in that fight, so Udyr is going to have to back off and wait for that to be down. Udyr does have teleport here, so sorry, I just saw your question, Prestige, but the score is 1-0 Davenport. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between Davenport University and Trine University. And right now, it looks like it's leaning more towards Trine University in the second game. But it is only 11 minutes in. We'll see if Davenport can make a comeback, but being a Trine University student, I hope they can make a comeback here and put themselves in the race. And it looks like they're going to be going for a play bot here for Dragon. The Sejuani is going to be getting caught out, but the Renata flash R's onto the Nocturne and lands that. The Nocturne R's onto the Sejuani, but the Zeri is able to take that Renata R and use it to her advantage. It's going to be a 2-for-1. The Subvert does get the shutdown off that Zeri, which is not great. But Davenport's bot lane is not going to be able to drag here at this time. Kled going to be looking at for the all-in against this Udyr, but the Udyr just has a lot of sustain, a lot of shielding, and now he's going to come out with a lot of damage. He's going to dismount the Kled. He did stun that minion there, but no big problem. The Kled does remount. He's going to go back onto the Udyr and hopes that he can knock him out, and the Udyr is not going to be able to sustain past the Kled damage, so another kill goes to Davenport. Davenport is going to drop the Herald mid and hopes that they can use that pressure and maybe take drag. But Trine does plan on clearing some vision at least and maybe contesting this. Udyr is looking to return a kill onto the Kled, which it looks like he's going to be able to successfully do. The Kled's not going to be able to remount. He did pick up the Kled flash there at the same time. And Trine University jungler is going to pick up the Dragon. Nocturne's looking for a gank here on the bot lane, but the Sejuani is there to counter gank, so the Nautilus hook lands on the Zeri, but the Nocturne is there to RN. Sejuani is going to try to get out, and it looks like she will be able to. Syndra was on her way bot. So it's good that Trine was able to disengage it here. Davenport getting a little bit more damage down here onto the bot lane turret, and gonna be looking for that here soon. Trine did get the first turret here at top lane, but Udyr wasn't there to collect it. And they're going to take the turret bot lane here in response. So we might see some lane switches here soon. Looks like most of the kills are going to go to Trine here as they take down the top laner, jungler, and mid laner. They're going to be looking for more here onto the Nautilus, and they do pick up more. The Severa almost falls. They also pick up the Ignite from the Nautilus. The Trine jungler is going to pick up the second Herald, and they're going to go ahead and take this first turret down mid. And even though Davenport and Trine are tied in every category besides these kills, Trine's only ahead by 1,000 gold. And Trine's going to keep Davenport on the ropes here. And pick up their second dragon. It looks like Davenport's going to get the shutdown on Polyps. And they're looking for Udi here as well, but the Udyr is not able to sustain past. The Sejuani is going to try not to get shut down, but they're going to claim killing her as well. Trine is going to look to take the turret top here, but in response for the two shutdowns and another kill after that, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it. Syndra and Kled are on their way. They're going to go ahead and tank a turret shot for it anyways. But they might have to pay, and they get the double stun off, and the Kled lands the Q. Looks like the Renata R is not going to save the Annie this time, and they're going to pick up another shutdown. They weren't able to get the stun off on the Renata, but the Syndra's fast. It looks like they're going to go ahead and back off there with Trine's team starting to make their way towards that Renata. And Davenport's going to corral on this Udyr and take him down. I'm being very tanky, and Trine's just going to go ahead and push this mid turret, take advantage of their lack of presence, and Davenport has no problem responding. The flash comes out from Zeri, the R comes out, they're going to take down that Nocturne. So Sejuani R comes out to stop the Sever, but the Annie is waiting for the Sever and one-shots her. The Kled comes, takes the Annie down, and they're not able to take the Kled down. Looks like it's going to be a 3 for 2 here on Trine's side. And just like last game, it's going to be the objectives that decide the outcome and the fate of this game. Trine not stomping and having the early game, but Davenport making up the lead, and now there's only a 0.3k difference. Not that much of a difference. Negligible to even talk about. Trine only has one more turret, one more dragon. There's a 4th dragon spawning here. And, you know, that could be a really huge team fight, maybe leading to Baron or maybe leading to an inhib. As each team picks up more and more items and becomes more powerful. We're 25 minutes into the game here. So, you know, we can see that Zeri starting to spike. She's onto her 3rd item now. The Annie's also onto her 3rd item and has a lot of CS there. The only problem here on that Davenport side is that Kled and Sever. That Kled knows what he's doing. The Sever knows what she's doing. And they both have a lot of gold under their belt. Kled getting into his 3rd item and Sever already being onto her 4th item. Trine's going to try to rush this dragon with the Sever. But you can hear the teleport and the Kled ult coming out. The Knot's going to have to flash out. The Syndra teleports in. Zeri's not going to be able to... Oh, Zeri does pick up a kill to stay alive with the Renata R. Trine takes the dragon down. The Kled's going to try to re-engage, but he gets dismounted, and the Udyr's going to finish him off along with the Sejuani. And the only one that seems that's going to survive is the Nautilus. And the Udyr is ghosted. He's going to seem to just walk him down and take all 5 of them out. So Trine's going to get that ace there off the dragon, like I said. And Trine's going to opt to take some turrets here mid. Okay, they've decided to take one turret and pick up this Baron. So with this Baron pickup, Trine's going to take a reset. And no objectives being on the map, they're going to use their newfound almost 4 to 5K gold lead and try to take over this Davenport side. And Trine is just not allowing Davenport to get anything on this map. Here sooner or later someone's going to get picked and might even result in a loss. The Annie not being too afraid of the Syndra there. And that turret bot almost falling. And the Udi are able to just poke this Kled down from under the turret. They're going to take the Syndra and take her out, pick up that extra turret, while the Udyr tries the 1v3, 1v4 in the top lane. They're going to take him down, but they're just going to go ahead and take that inhib turret along with the inhib as well. It looks like they're going to go for. So it's a 4v4, mid versus top. The Renata R comes out. The Subvert was able to dodge the Renata R. The Renata gets caught by a Nautilus hook, but she has her R up. She doesn't get to kill anybody, so they're get taken down. But it does look like most of the people on Davenport's side is going to fall, and they're going to go ahead and get a second ace there. And with the 2 cannons and Baron buff, looks like Trine's side is just going to be able to end right here since Zeri's up. So the second game is going to go to Trine. It's going to be 1-1. Zeri flashes there. Go ahead and take the inhib out. Syndra's not able to save the game. So looks like game 3 is going to be underway here real soon. right, and it looks like we're going to get into the draft phase for this last game. And we're going to see who takes the dub home after this one. I'm rooting for my home university, Trine. Yeah, we'll see who takes it. All right, so for the drafting side on Trine University, they're gonna pick up Trundle for jungle, Annie pick for the mid again, Zaya Karma bot, and actually it could be Olaf or Trundle jungle or top. They might flex that, but most likely I see the Olaf going top with Trundle jungle. Over on the Davenport side, we have Zach for the jungle. Actually, it might be Zach support, and then Amumu Varus. Well, Mumu jungle. Varus paired up with the Zach, and then Viger mid, Zion top. And for bans, we had another Wukong ban. They chose to ban Udyr. They banned Maokai again, and then decided to take out Seraphine and Renata. And on the Trine side, they took out that Nautilus, that Thresh. They were tired of playing against the Kled, and they decided to keep the Vi and the Caitlyn out of the game as well. So, yeah, Trine's getting their tournament draft situated. We'll get through that 3-minute delay and get into the game 3.
Who questions my ability?
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Alright, so into the third game. 2 hour 10-minute mark of the stream. We are in the loading screen. Spectator delay is taken care of, and it is actually Trundle jungle, like we was suspected, and Olaf top. Let's see how this one plays out.
Minions have spawned.
An idea is nothing until you find it.
Well, 11 minutes into the game, we can see Davenport's taking almost 2.5K gold lead. The Zach and Varus have really started to gain a lead on their opponents. About 15 CS up in the bot lane. But it looks like Davenport's going to try and pick up a kill on the Trundle, securing Dragon. They're just going to have to give Dragon away. Well, looks like this third game is going to be leaning more towards Davenport. They do pick up that kill top, or both able to escape actually, so that is looking more hopeful for Trine.